Show&tell, hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 495, 496, and 497. In the last episode, we were seeing, flashback of the past with Ace and Luffy, just like how they just met, how they started out their relationship in a very different place than what we know it ended up as. Like, Ace didn't give the time of day to Luffy. And we were also introduced to another friend, or Ace's friend from back then, that we didn't know anything about, named Sabo. I'm not going to go into all the details, but basically Luffy is being tortured. He's not telling where the gold that Ace and Sabo, collected all this time is, and they found out about it, and they thought for sure he would spill the beans right away, but he didn't, and so they went in to save him, and that's where we ended the story. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Let's go! Oh no. Nice, okay. That'll show you what happens when you deal with children. When you fight. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. You're gonna end up dead. He just has a pipe. Nice work, guys. I guess he stopped being a pirate. Sometimes it's better to cut your losses. Somebody wants him. Oh, he got to him. You have nowhere to live. Yeah, you have nowhere to stay. That's so sweet. And also not sweet. Like, I mean, the situation is pretty. What? And there's a third child. Yeah, they multiply when you're not looking.
Yes, Luffy. Yes, Luffy. Yes, Luffy. Sabo. Yeah, Dadan Sabo?
Oh, you have. How much looking after are you actually doing? Oh, you're awake? Yeah, exactly. I was gonna bring that up. Oh, we wonder. Okay, at least now they're in the loop. That's so cute. Why are you not eating yet? You're not allowed to? What is happening? I don't get it. Did he not help catching the fish, so... What the fuck? Okay. It's useful though. That's bullying. Oh. Oh my goodness. He spat out the hat. You're a very good team. Who's gonna carry the crocodile? You can have a future in flower arranging. Well, yeah. Are you all? Luffy's holding up all of you. I'm feeling the thawing.
はかねえか。知らねえ。嘘。下手。
I don't know how you made your life as bandits, honestly. Don't you need to lie as bandits? I guess that's why they're so humble.
ターミナルその悪名はついに王国の中心街にも届くほどとなってゆくのだった。
The people in the city came to know their wrongdoing. Okay, they made a name for themselves. I guess that was kind of a time skip as he was kind of narrating it. I feel the bond, forming. Ace was definitely touched that Luffy, cared so much about becoming his friend and, wanted to be around him. And, he had, like, no one else. I mean, okay, maybe that's not exactly a compliment, but he really cared about, becoming part of Ace's life. So Ace is definitely still grudging. It also makes it, like, more meaningful or effective or something when, he finally does start calling Luffy like a brother or something like that. Like, I want to see how the relationship warms over time, I guess. Because we know how close they became and how much Ace was looking out for Luffy, later on. So, I mean, we already see it, obviously. It makes sense why he would think that, like, that he has to take care of Luffy, and stuff like that. Like, he already kind of does. Not kind of, he already does, but it's more grudging now. It's like, oh god, you're so annoying, like, why do I need to even do this? And Sabo is a sweet little dude. I do wonder about, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get any more about his life, like what happened to his parents or anything. I mean, I guess we can assume he's just like an orphan. He does have, like, he is wearing, like, clothes, like, they look like they came from, like, a nobleman or something. But it could be that he's just, like, found some clothes in the trash and someone threw them out or I don't know, or lost them or something, who was rich. Or maybe it's just, like, things that he found and collected to make it look like that kind of style. But anyway, obviously, it's been through a lot. I definitely do want to get, like, more of a backstory for him, but this might not be the time. And he's definitely, like, the, the kind of, the one in the middle between Luffy and Ace, when Ace gets too annoyed, he's, like, the one who's like, oh, okay, it's fine, like, and he's, like, warmed up to Luffy a lot faster. And those Dadan and bandits are just... I don't even know what to say about that, honestly. Like, they're ridiculous. They are won over pretty easily. But at the same time, at least by the way Dadan was like, oh, okay, never mind, we'll just, tell them where Ace and Luffy are and then we won't have to worry about it anymore. Like, she's very inclined to just get rid of them, which makes sense. But, like, I want to think that if push came to shove, she wouldn't actually do it. Like, I want to think that she actually does care a little bit somewhere inside her heart. Hopefully, and it's all just for a joke. The fact that she's willing to, give them up so easily. But I don't know, honestly. I mean, there are bandits after all. Like, it's not like we can expect that much of them. I don't know what Garp expected. Luffy and Ace definitely learned to survive this way and become stronger on their own and stuff like that. So maybe that was what Garp was aiming for, if he even thought about it that much. Anyway, let's get into the next episode, see what they're up to. I mean, I don't know how long it's been, like, throughout the narration part at the end there. I wonder if, like, the Blue Jay, the pirates are still looking for them just as much, just as intensely. Like, I don't know how long it's been. Anyway, let's get into it. I feel like we're getting to the end of this flashback part. I don't want to. Oh. They're helping him out. That's so sweet. At some point, Ace, though, just went out on his own, didn't he? I mean, maybe they always intended to go out on their own. But I wonder what happened to Sabo. He needs to work on it. It's great to see how he actually utilized these moves in the future. They actually helped him out.
ダメだ。一人一日100,000万。
Ow.
また来たな。
ルフィは俺とエースに50杯。俺とエースは24対26。二つ負け越しか。くそ。
So are crocodiles really that tasty?
よし、ワニ行くか。
ワニ飯うめえよな。
I guess so.
お前は見てろ。金槌だし足手まといになるだけ。
見てろと言って
町があるのだが強固な石壁があり通れない。
Okay.
黄門と呼ばれる門が唯一の通路になっていて、1日に2度国中から集まった大量のガラクタが運ばれてくる。その荷物は何だ？
ワニ側だよ。売りに行く。
ワニ。うわっ、いけ。
Who's carrying everyone?
その荷物置いてきな。
カツアゲするときゃ。よく相手を選びな。
That's so ridiculous.
これからうめえラーメンを食わせてやるから。
ラーメンってなんだ？それ。
I can't believe Naruto's saying that. Fine dining. How exactly are you gonna enter?
ここはあんたが来るような店じゃ。
特別室を頼む。
その紋章は私どものような店に貴族の方が来ていただけるなんて。
Did you steal that? There's no identification for this
便
thing.
利なもん持ってんだな。
Well, at last.
お待たせしました。ごゆっくりどうぞ。これがラーメンか。うわ、うまそう。
まあ食べてみろ。
When did you get to eat it, Ace?
おかわりだ。
Sabo was talking and he was like the one below, so like the voice came from the middle of this person. Okay. Oh my god.
そ、売れたか。逃げろ。逃げろ。捕まえた。損害はラーメン26杯とカラス1枚。こんな書き置きが。
Oh. At least Luffy's kind. He wants to pay. Oh, he has parents or something. So maybe he did come from like a noble family. No, you definitely didn't. Okay, Sabo, what's going on with you? I was just talking about about his circumstances, like wondering about them. But why did he leave home?
隠してねえよ。
そうなのか？
そうなわけねえだろ。話せサボ。ぶっ飛ばすぞ。
話すよ。
How long have you been living
貴族の息子？
here on your own?
俺だよ。
They have the same mannerisms at this point. It's a done deal.
貴族の家に生まれて、なんでわざわざ。
He wants to become a pirate for some reason.
俺が家を飛び出したのは。
Like he didn't run away that far.
将来王族の娘と結婚できる男になれ。
そうなれば我が家は安泰。あなたも幸せに決まってるわ。
His voice sounds like Brooke's voice, the dad.
船員の命なんてどうでもいい。私が金を出した罪にはどうしてくれるんだ。
僕が書いたんだよ。
Is he going to tear it up? Dude.
私は仕事で疲れてるんだ、サボ。
Okay.
前を書く
What?
暇があったら部屋で勉強しなさい。
Yeah, he's not the greatest dude.
つまり王様の親戚だぞ。
Okay.
おんぶしていけ。
Dude.
待て、子供。ただの貴族の子のくせに思い知らせてやる。あ、やめろ。
What did he do to him? Oh god, you were crying. It's stupid.
絶対に許されないことですわ。だってあいつがいきなりナイフで。お願いですから、どうかこの件の穏便に。あいつらが好きなのは地位と財産を守っていく誰かで。
Yeah.
俺じゃない。
あそこの者たちとはそもそも住む世界が違うんだ。
Okay. And he chooses the other life.
今日も聞かせてくれ。あんたたちが見たり過ごしたりした海の向こうのいろんな国の話。
まったく変なガキだぜ。
あの息の詰まりそうな高松で何十年先まで決められた人生を送るよりいい。
You're 10 years old right now? Wow. That's a lot to,
ルフィ、
to realize at this age.
この国を飛び出して自由になろう。
俺は海賊になって勝って勝ちまくって最高の名声を手に入れる。それだけが俺の生きた証になる。
Like, they already hate him anyway. So at least he'll give them a reason to hate him for himself and not for his dad.
何でもいい。
お前の未来が楽しみだ。
Yeah, so what happened in that future?
海賊になるのはいいけど、3人とも船長になりてえってまずくねえか？
Okay, so they decided to separate from...
サボ、お前はてっきりうちの航海士かと。
お前ら、俺の船に乗れよ。断る。
So Sabo became a captain on his own, maybe, too?
やっぱ面白いな、ルフィ。
That's so adorable.
杯を交わすと兄弟になれるんだ。
Aw.
兄弟？本当かよ。
We saw this already, but we didn't realize there was a third one.
俺たちの絆は兄弟としてつなぐ。これで今日から俺たちは兄弟だ。
Oh! The clothes were definitely a hint to where Sabo came from. And it kind of reminds, like, that kind of situation kind of reminds me of how things are also, like, operating on, what was the name of the place where all the celestial dragons live? Where, you know, there's a very distinct, like, difference between the nobles. I mean, I guess there it's not just nobles, it's the celestial dragons that are, like, descendants from the people who created the government and everything. So there it's even more pronounced, I guess, but here it's like on a smaller scale, I guess, but still there's a distinction between the nobles and all the rest. But that's, I guess that would happen anywhere. Like, it's pretty, I guess, natural that there would be like this separation. But the way that, you know, the way that the royal son was acting, that reminded me of the social dragons. He was like, carry me home, or say, oh, give me a piggyback home. Like, that definitely reminded me of like the kind of entitlement that the social dragons showed to some degree. So yeah, that was messed up. And his parents only saw him as an asset rather than anything else. Like, didn't care about him as a person. I guess it shows a lot how much, like, that he didn't run away that far, you know? He was just outside the city. But they wouldn't even, like, cross to that, like, they couldn't even go that far. Like, and they knew, like, that said, I heard rumors that you were going to the Great Terminal or something. He didn't believe it at first, but I mean, if you really wanted to find your son, you would go there to look, probably. But he didn't even bother doing that. I guess Sabo wasn't really living in the Great Terminal, but just like outside, like in the woods there or something. So I guess it would take more, I don't know, maybe he did look, like the father did look through the Great Terminal. That wouldn't mean necessarily that he cares about Sabo for himself, just as an asset again. But I mean, the people in the Great Terminal knew Sabo. He could have found him if he wanted to, but he didn't really care that much. And I guess he wouldn't even like think about setting foot outside there because it's like, oh my god, it's like all the, you know, nasty people. And I mean, fair enough. Like I mean, you live in a certain like safe neighborhood or something where, you know, the royals are supposedly safe or whatever. You wouldn't go traipsing through the bad parts of town. I can get that. But like, I mean, the bad parts of town kind of become that because I mean, it's a question of what started first, you know, I guess, like people were treated badly and then became even worse, or they were worse to begin with and then you didn't want anything to do with them as like nobles and stuff. I guess it goes hand in hand. It's not a pretty sight. And they already like touched upon the fact that, yeah, they're probably not gonna sell out together. But I mean, okay, so far like the little flashback, the little parts of flashback that we got obviously focused only on Ace and Luffy. Like we saw, I think that I remember the sake part, like him saying, if we drink this sake, we're gonna be brothers. And I mean, obviously we didn't see, I don't know, I don't remember if we saw exactly like, if we just heard the voice and focused on the sake maybe or something and not on who was drinking it. Or if we actually saw Luffy and Ace drinking it, because like that's all we saw. We didn't see there was another one there. And also when Ace set sail, right? We definitely saw that flashback when he tells Luffy like, I don't remember exactly, but he pretty much like he says that, oh, we have to live without regret. I think that was the flashback or around there. And Luffy said, yeah, I'll, you know, in a few years, I don't remember, in 5 years or something, I'll go out too, and then we'll meet or something like that. And obviously it was just the two of them then. And now we know that Sabo was part of that, maybe. And I wonder if we're going to see how Sabo fit in or not, or what happened there. So we don't know yet what's happening with Sabo, but maybe he's out there captaining his own ship or not. I mean, Ace started out as a captain of his own ship and then he became part of Whitebeard's crew. It's definitely an interesting way to introduce a new character that was like, he was always there, but we didn't know anything about him, and we don't know where he is in the present at all. Like, yeah, it definitely opens up a lot of questions. Okay, let's get into the next episode. You have 3 guesses. Do you think the boars will go up that close to the house? He has goggles. I'm just now realizing that he has goggles and he has Naruto's voice actress. Ace is so good in looking out for him. I don't know how they managed to get so much meat out of like one deer, but that's impressive. Oh my god. What a mother. I think she's grown into it. Very nice.
寝る前に締めの特訓だ。
After you took a bath?
懲りねえやつだな。
行くぜ。
Haven't you learned your lesson by now? Oh wow, what a fantasy you have there.
妖精さん
Luffy is the fairy?
生きてるか。
ボロい床だな。
やったなっしょ。寝るか。
そうだな。
ガキどもを追い出すんだ。ガープとの約束など知ったことか。
おい
Oh. Speak of the devil.
すません。今のほど出来心で。
Was it Gar?
こちらにルフィが
Oh, it's the it's the mayor.
ね、そうじゃのう。半年も戻ってこんから心配して様子を見に来た。
Oh, 6 months. Okay.
文句あんのかい。
大ありじゃい。山賊風情が偉そうにするな。
Yeah.
と。おい。
君も
Oh, she's so sweet.
エース君はやんちゃだって聞いてたけど意外にいい子なのかな。
そんなこと。
Oh, Garp, you actually did go.
うまい飯は欠かせねえよな。
俺が一番に海賊になるんだ。
まだそんなことを言っとるのか。
What did you expect?
お前らがなるのは海兵じゃというのはわからんのか。
You weren't here for 6 months. What do you want from the bandits? You want them to learn to be Marines.
坊主、お前も海に出るとか抜かしておったな。
坊主じゃねえ、サボだ。
わしにしごいてほしいバカモンが3人に増えたということじゃな。逃がさんぞ。
二人もお兄さんができて
Job well done, Garp.
明日はもっと厳しくしごいてやるからな。
Wow.
たまらないぞ。
Amazing. Amazing job. 10 grandfatherly points.
このままじゃ、俺たちは明日ジジイに殺される。
They left?
うちら山賊にかくまわれてなきゃいつ誰に命を狙われてもおかしくねえんだ。
休暇は終わりじゃ。次来る時までにあいつらを立派な海兵に鍛えておけよ。
また丸投げかよ。
ああ、
さようなら。
Oh my god.
知ったことかい。考えてみりゃ好都合じゃねえか。自分たちから出てってくれたんだ。ああ、よかった。あいつは鬼の子だよ。きっと今頃厄介払いができて生成してるだろうさ。
Oh, nice. What do you do all day, you bandits? When do you steal? When do you bandits? I guess it's raining.
しばら
Right.
くここで雨宿りだ。やっぱりガープにぶっ殺されるのは勘弁だよ。さっさとバカガキどもを探しに行ってきな。わかりました。
So they didn't find you, huh? They're just there. What are they doing? What is that? All this time they haven't found them? That's pretty cool, you guys. Aw. ASL.
秘密基地といえば、罠を仕掛けなきゃな。
Yeah, it's a hideout and you just told everyone where you are with that flag. Oh well. Yeah, that's pretty great. gives you like a taste of freedom, like how big the world is and how small your place in it is, kind of. But in a good way. So cute.
取り返しいっぱい。あ、わかった。違うって、こういう時はヨーソロって言うんだ。
あ、そっか。
ルフィ、取り返しいっぱい。
取り返しいっぱい。よーい、そろ。泣くんじゃねえぞ、ルフィ。あ。
Greatest pirates ever. Finally! Took you a while. I guess it's not that easy to find people in the forest then. Aww. That's a very elaborate trap. What is happening right now? Lucy gives her time to, yeah. To relish the moment. I mean, the trap was supposed to throw whoever it was out. So. Oh, they don't know how much she cares, though. I mean, especially Ace, after he heard that, you know, overheard what they were saying when they were drunk. That was sad. And he felt like, oh yeah, now she's happy because we are out of her hair or something. That was sweet. Yeah, they're just adorable. And yeah, they're definitely a cohesive unit at this point. And I like it. I love seeing how Ace is like... Was it in this episode that they were training and stuff? I think so. Was it? I don't remember. Because, like, he keeps making fun of Luffy's power and stuff, and it is a ridiculous power, so it makes a lot of sense. But, yeah, I think it was last episode, and I didn't talk about it, but I said it during the episode, that, you know, that all of these, like, things that Luffy came up with is things that he actually uses in fights, you know, later on, and they actually work. So he makes fun of him and stuff, but at the same time, he's also looking out for him. Like, for instance, when they were, you know, I guess, fighting with some people in the city or something, Luffy got his face smushed in, and then Ace was kind of, you know, waiting for him and helping him out and stuff. So, you know, he's starting to, like, get used to just, you know, being beside Luffy and taking care of him. Or at least, like, looking out for him. And also that scene, that was really sweet. The scene with the mayor. And that was really sweet. Just to see, you know, Ace be so, you know, taciturn. I mean, you can definitely understand from his upbringing why he would be, oh my god, and trying to be tough and stuff. I don't know, it's just to think that when he matured, he really did, like, mature and kind of left that behind, I feel, for the most part. But there was definitely a part of him that was, like, we saw when he was first, like, accepted, or, I don't know, kind of forced into the Whitebeard crew. He was very distrustful and stuff. So he still definitely had that going for him. But inside the crew, he really grew to rely on those people and, like, you know, feel wanted by them. So it really, I think, shaped him in a different way than how he used to be, like, and we see it, like, so clearly when he was a boy, like, how, you know, cagey and guarded he is. Keeping everyone at a distance, but also, like, not showing weakness and stuff. I guess from the title of the episode, the bits of it that I understood, I don't remember. what it was exactly, but you know, I thought that they were leaving Dadan, so I thought it was like the end of the flashback or something, that there would be like a time skip to like when they leave, but we haven't gotten there yet. I mean, they have left Dadan, but they haven't set sail yet, so I guess I'm just hoping that we will just, you know, continue with this. I mean, this arc is, I think, supposed to maybe be 20 more episodes, so I'm totally fine with the flashback just taking that long. I mean, honestly, like, I don't want to go back to reality. I don't want to deal with this. God, it's gonna be so sad when we, you know, get back to the present and it's like, yeah, it's all over now. Oh my god, okay. But we're not thinking about that right now. We'll deal with that when we deal with that. It's fine. Episodes 498, 499, and 500. Woo! Let's get into this episode and see more of their adventures. The Manic Fought Pirates or something? Oh, we're fighting a bear. What a strange bear. It looks like a mask, his markings. What are you doing? Was that on purpose? Okay, I guess that worked. Or not. Now it's angry. Is that the big tiger? Oh shit. The one even Ace was afraid of. Oh, it's not a bear, it's a Dampa, whatever that is. Oh, it's huge. I mean, we already saw it before, but I didn't remember how huge it was. Whoa. What's that? What is happening right now? It's about time he did something! Oh my god. So they only got one and Luffy lost his catch. Such an idiot. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did you not die? Like, how did you survive all this time is a wonder. He needs to pull two people up. Oh, they lost the food, the Dampa. Yeah. Where do you go off saying that? So you have to train? What the fuck? Oh, okay. I don't know what I thought. Oh, it's like bait. Okay, that was what it was. At first, I honestly thought they were disguising themselves as fish. I don't know. No, that's the bear. I remember there's someone talked about a bear.
だよ、クマじゃねえか。
つまんねえな。あっち行け。し。
いや、こいつはトラコーに匹敵するぜ。こいつに勝てねえなら、トラコーはもっと無理だ。
Okay.
練習相手にはちょうどいいってことか。
If he's as strong as the tiger, then it's not practice. It's the exact same thing. Very impressive ace. Very impressive. Why did his eyes start to glow? Oh god. How many of them are there? Or is it just one? No, it's just one. I thought for some reason that he called. Okay, no, it's just him. Because, yeah, it didn't make any sense. Okay. Who are you? Bushy brows? What is happening right now? Oh, hockey maybe? What is happening? I don't know. Why not? Okay, very impressive. Oh, he's like walking like a human being. It's like all slumped and defeated. What the hell was that? Okay. Was that hockey? Yeah, so it is hockey then, I guess, right? Okay, interesting reaction. Because... maybe he's building something. So he was underestimated by everyone, maybe. So everyone heard what you said, even though it was supposed to be a secret. How did it? What the fuck was that? Oh shit. Okay. Oh. Oh. That's sad. Another bad story about Roger, I guess. Even though it wasn't really Roger's fault, they challenged him. Oh, Ace is just walking away. Even though it's kind of nice, like the things he says about Roger. Did he hear any of it? Is he like... Yeah, does someone know about that? Okay, he definitely does. He doesn't know anything. He never knew him. And just heard stories from people who didn't like him particularly. Luffy, I do not trust you right now. If you knew that one. I wonder. Acting casually. Explain what? What secret? Oh, how did Sabo find out? Like, did Ace tell him willingly, or did he just kind of, I don't know, hear it? You guys. That's the dude from the blue team? That's the dude from the... Who was the other one? I don't remember. Oh, that's the dad, isn't he? Yeah, it's Sabo's dad, right? I forgot. Who? Who? Who is it? Oh fuck. Why? I mean, I already said that's, you know, that Sabo's, like, that somehow, a little bit that the city, like, the situation in the city where the nobles are so separated from, like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the dynamic with the Celestial. I mean, not to that degree, but a little bit with the Celestial dragons and everyone else. But obviously not to the same degree, not the same scale. So, like, anyway, it was interesting that I thought about them, and then now one of them is showing up, even though nobody wants them to. Okay, I wonder how that's gonna fit into the story. And yeah, I just enjoyed this episode. It was just fun to see them as brothers, you know, egging each other on and, you know, making all these, like, kind of, like, wishes for the future that, like, they obviously care about each other and they want to include each other, but at the same time they also have, like, their, you know, their aspirations for themselves, so it kind of clashes and stuff. And now they're fighting. There was something so charming about just the way that their relationship is depicted, that it feels so authentic and so, like, yeah, like brothers and stuff. I don't know, I really like it. I really like just seeing the day-to-day kind of shenanigans they're up to. I wonder what, like, I was a little worried, honestly, that old man, he just kind of, like, totally, I don't know, that he heard them say that Ace is Roger's son. Cause, I mean, he seems very harmless and unassuming, but I don't know, I was suddenly, like, worried that maybe he will do something, like, I don't know, like, tell someone or do something himself, like want to get his hands on Ace, or I don't know what. I don't know. I hope not. I hope he's a decent old man like he seemed. But I don't know, I got worried there for a second because they seemed so careless about it. Because, I mean, fair enough, they were, like, you know, in the moment talking about this. Luffy doesn't know how to have a secret to save his life, so that's beside the point. But they were just, like, you know, so worried about Ace and excited and I don't know what, and they just completely, like, ignored the fact that he was still there and listening to everything they said. And I don't know why, it made me feel uneasy, but maybe I'm just, you know, seeing things. And I mean, it was also interesting that, you know, that this is, I think, the first person that Ace might have heard that was talking actually kind of nicely about Roger. You know, it started out like you could like, you could understand why Ace would think that, oh, it's the same old thing, you know, Roger is like responsible for whatever. I know everybody hates him now. This all, like, he said that he challenged him, and then, you know, his crew separated and stuff. So it seemed like, you know, Roger was once again kind of responsible for something pretty, you know, tragic or something. But then he ended up like really complimenting Roger and actually saying like kind of positive stuff about him, like how it was an honor to fight him and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if Ace heard that part or not. I mean, I don't think, even if he did hear it, I don't think it would change his mind. Obviously, we know it didn't change his mind, because we know that even in the future he doesn't like Roger, or doesn't like the idea that it's his dad. Like, he kind of denies it and doesn't want anything to do with him. But I'm thinking like that it just, even like hearing this after years and years and years of hearing the opposite and I don't know, being hated without even, like, people don't even know you, hate you just for the mere possibility that you might exist because you're Roger's son and stuff, when he doesn't even know him and he never even, you know, saw him and whatever. Like, so having all of that and then hearing someone say something like nice about Roger in some way, I think it just makes you like feel like even worse, kind of like you don't want to believe it or listen to it or even like accept the possibility that maybe Roger wasn't that bad, or that people, you know, that it depends, like some people saw him as like a different kind of person, you know? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not sure if Ace heard it at all or not, but in any case, didn't change his mind about Roger, and he's very combative about that. And now we know how Luffy knows about it. Luffy's just so sweet. Anyway, so yeah, interesting. Now we have this whole thing with Sabo's dad and the celestial dragon. What the hell? Okay, I don't know. Let's get into the next episode. Maybe we'll start finding out. Oh, so he's supposed to help Luffy or train Luffy or something, this old guy? So maybe he's not bad at all. I was just worried for nothing. I don't know. I mean, the tiger's just like standing there getting, like, seeing the attack coming and just like, and like, what is what is this even? Like, he's not even angry when he, you know, slaps them away. He's just like, whatever. Is he training with the dude? I'm sure. Maybe he drowned. That seems likely. Okay. Okay, that happened. What? How'd you use that tiny axe? It's been a week. Okay, so you've been training hard, Luffy? Tiger. What am I even seeing? Is that a nose? The triangle in the middle? Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay, I think you need to work on your aim. Yeah, wait to look on the bright side.
な修行させたんだ。
いやいや、毎日斧で木を切ってもらってただけのし。それで足腰の踏ん張り。
I'd say so. Did you see that tiny axe he was using?
わしら海賊王ロジャーに戦いを挑み、
マジで
そして敗れ、仲間たちと離れ離れとなり。
Is that all you heard from the conversation?
ジジイも恨んでんだろ。
But he doesn't.
あいつに負けて。
ロジャーのことかの。確かに悔しい思いはしたがの。
You say it was an honor, though.
足りなかっただけの話。むしろ感謝したるくらいじゃのし。
負けて感謝だと。
そうじゃのし。
That's an important thing to learn, that defeat doesn't necessarily mean, like, you can learn from it instead of...
この首持ってけ。ただし、この首に免じてあいつらの命だけは助けてやってくれ。成長
You did.
嘘つけ。実際あいつを恨んでるやつは5万といる。
Yeah, but do they know him personally? Enemy. Like personally, like they, yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what I thought, but Ace wants to.
俺と勝負しろ。ジジイ。
言ったはずじゃ。負けりゃ命までが海賊の。俺は負けねえ。
Okay, is that bad?
なんだってんだよ、ルフィ。
見て驚くだよ。
Oh, Luffy comes here a lot. Ship?
すげえだろ。本物の海賊船だぞ。
海賊船じゃあ、ナグリがいつも
Oh, he's been building it. Okay, yeah, he's actually been building.
もちろん海へ出る。別れ別れになった仲間たちを探す。
Oh, after all these years, that's pretty incredible.
いや、そんなことねえけど。
It's not just that, it's like finding your crew after so much time.
わしは誰が何と言おうと海へ出る。そう決めたんじゃのし。
Okay, I like you. I'm sorry that I ever doubted you. Don't betray me. Why? You have a special aim toward this guy. Maybe he has a magnet there or something. What is he thinking about? Something more important than strength?
わしは船長としては失格じゃがのクルーたちは最後までわしを船長と呼んで一点でわしは今でも名繰海賊団の船長でいられるのし
Until the
クルーに認められて
like to have people believe in you or stick by you, because you will stick by them. They know it. Until the last moment. You mean until they decided to separate?
お前たちのおかげじゃありがとう礼を言うのし
I hope we hear what happened with him and if he found his crew.
の総仕上げが残ったる今日はお待ちかねの大虎狩りに行くのし
マジか
絶対勝ってこんなクソ修行からおさらばして。
Ace, you're so ungrateful. Okay. That was something at least. Yeah, he always has like different devices and stuff he comes up with to fight Sabo. Now, at least when he was, like, you know, slapping them away, he seemed a little more passionate about it, the tiger. Oh, damn. How can you possibly do that? Like, that's crazy. Able to hold him up when he's trying to push you down. Dude, what if they died? I guess no one would care really, except maybe Dada and maybe Garb. A little. Yeah, they need to work in tandem, I guess. Like in... yeah. You know, use your strength together against him. And Ace is the one kind of giving orders here. Whoa! Nice going. Dude, you did it! You work together. It's teamwork. Okay. So they didn't really solve the problem of who's gonna become captain, but... I hope so. Can I hope? What is that? Okay. We have to meet him in the future, right? I hope so. Yeah, what about the social dragon? Okay, I don't know what... Like, I mean, I guess they've been following him for a while. Like, they figured out somehow where he was, and they've been keeping a watch over him until they decided that the dad was desperate enough. Oh, whatever. But we haven't really seen any sign to it, have we? That they knew where Sabo was and everything? I mean, I don't think so. But, I mean, they weren't being very, you know, secretive and stuff when they were screaming and fighting tigers and I don't know what, training and doing crazy shit in the forest. So it's not hard to believe that they were spotted. Okay, this is a really sweet episode. I really liked, you know, Nagari. I really appreciated him, and his story is interesting because it's like this like unhappy ending, but it's like he refuses to let that be the ending. So even after all these years, I don't know when he started, you know, building this ship, or when he suddenly realized that he wanted to go after his crew. Or maybe he always wanted to go after his crew, but he just never got around to it. I don't know, or like had the courage to do it or something. And now he's decided to do it though. Or maybe it just took him this long to build the ship with all those scraps, you know, and stuff. Anyway, I don't know, but it's really nice to think of him like, you know, going out to find his crew members. I hope he's successful. I hope they're not all dead by now. Or not all, but like some. There's something really wholesome about it. Just, you know, wanting to reconnect with these people and maybe, you know, make like a, kind of get a second chance to be a captain to them in a way that he could be proud of or something, because he felt like he wasn't a good captain. But they still called him captain until they left, I guess, or something. I don't know if it like happened all at once they were defeated by Roger, they were just like, okay, we're going to go our separate ways right now, or if it just kind of happened gradually or something, or what. But anyway, I hope they're going to be happy to be reunited with him. And yeah, when he was talking about how, you know, being a captain, like, you have to have something more important than strength to be a captain. But then he said, like, he didn't know exactly what it was. But, you know, I thought I'm sure that it has something to do with just, you know, uniting people behind you or something. Maybe not behind you, or like just like alongside you or something like that. You know, treating them as equals, as like your crew is like your most precious thing, I guess, most precious people, and you know, just giving them the feel that you're gonna be there with them through thick and thin. And so you kind of expect the same from them. I mean, never like expect. It's just like, it's just gonna be like a thing that they want to do. Like, they want to be there with you and follow like their dreams under you or something. Like, what I'm getting at is like Luffy he seems to definitely kind of answer to that. To have something like this, something more that makes him a good captain. Even if, like, in every other way, I guess, in every other aspect, you could definitely say that he's not a very good pirate, at least. But, like, you know, I immediately, when they talked about that, I immediately thought back to that, I don't remember who it was, who talked about Luffy and was like, oh, he has this thing. Was it Jinbei? I don't remember. Like, they were kind of seeing, you know, Luffy, I think he was, like, interacting with like Whitebeard and stuff, and maybe it was Jinbei, I don't remember exactly, who said like that Luffy has this thing, like this power to unite people or to make them, you know, really like root for him or something like that, you know, which is definitely something that we've seen time and time again, but especially in that moment in the whole arc pretty much. But anyway, so I think this might be what he's getting at. And then, you know, we got to see like Ace kind of do this thing where he, you know, he was like, in order to defeat the tiger, they all had to work together. And Ace was like the one who like kind of realized it, and really knew how to utilize like each of their power and their strength in order to be able to succeed. So I guess that's also, you know, part of it, of like, you know, knowing the strength of your crew and knowing how to use them like in a way that will make them feel like useful. It makes it sound bad, but like, you know, to make them feel like, yes, they're really like leaning into their strength, they're, you know, irreplaceable or something, and they're part of this crew and they want to be a part of this crew. Like it's like this, you know, place where they belong and they can make the most of themselves, that they feel fulfilled, I guess, or something. And you can, I guess, give them that feeling if you know how to like depend on them and on their strength. Oh my god, what is happening right now? I have birds in my window roosting. Please don't build a nest there, okay? Thank you. Anyway, I was hearing like, you know, chirping, and I was like, anyway. So yeah, so I think it was like the beginning of a realization on Ace's part of like what this thing is that Naguri was talking about, or like, you know, getting at, even if he couldn't really phrase it exactly, because he didn't figure it out for himself yet, because he felt like he wasn't a good enough captain, you know. But now him going out to find his crewmates and kind of, I guess, bringing them back in some way to this place where they belong, to remind them that their place, hopefully, is back in their crew. Then I think it's you know, giving them like this place of belonging and this person that they want to follow and stuff. And then maybe he'll feel more like a captain, like a good captain, because he did something, like revived his crew. I hope, and I think definitely, like by One Piece's standards, I'm expecting us to hear what happened to him, maybe in like a few hundred episodes, but still, like, to see that he succeeded in his quest, I hope. Anyway, so yeah, so we got to see Ace kind of, I think, kind of starting to realize it a little bit, maybe in a more subconscious way, you know, for now. But it's also interesting because Ace, like, he starts out a captain of his own crew, we know that. Although I don't even know who are on his crew, you know? I have no idea who was on his ship. I don't remember what the name was of his crew when he first, you know, went out to sea. But in any case, they didn't last long. They made a name for themselves, or at least he did. But then he, you know, came under Whitebeard and he really found his place there. And I think, I mean, he saw in Whitebeard what it was, I think, that a good captain should be. And then he was like, okay, I don't need to be a captain myself. Like, I have a Whitebeard to kind of follow, and I don't need more than that. So that's interesting. And of course, I wonder about Sabo, because we don't really know what happened to him. I mean, I was reminded that Ace mentioned him before we saw, you know, the flashback and everything, and we're actually introduced to him. Ace mentioned him along with Dadan, and I can't say that I remember this clearly, but I do remember him talking about possibly mentioning some people, and it didn't register because I didn't know who these people were. I mean, Dadan, I think I did realize that it was the one who took him in, right? Or raised him or whatever. I didn't know yet at the time what exactly the relationship there was. Sabo was just like, I've never heard this name before. I don't know what to make of it. And then I didn't make anything of it. So I didn't remember. But anyway, I think that the thing is that I think Ace only mentioned, you know, the name, and that's it. Unless I'm mistaken. I don't know. So I feel like, you know, we don't know anything about what happened to Sabo. I think, unless, again, I forgot something or didn't notice something, which is very possible. So, okay. Cool episode. I feel like, you know, I mean, these last two episodes have been like kind of more, I feel like, you know, on the wholesome side of things, I guess. But, you know, but we know that things are happening, like, you know, the Blue Jam looking for Sabo and the Celestial Dragon coming and stuff like that. And I'm just like, we're gonna have to deal with that soon. Okay. Let's get into the next episode. Maybe we'll start dealing with it now, even though I kind of don't feel like it. Like dealing with drama and terrible people, you know? But I guess we'll have to do it. The recaps are really short lately, so it just means that there's, you know, a lot to the episode. And Luffy. Oh. I guess it's just another adventure. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, Sabo, you're all by yourself. Okay, you're not by yourself anymore. Luffy. Yes, you did. Oh. They didn't ask to be brought into the world. Why you went? Like, I mean, fair enough. It's true that you gave them a chance at life, but at least let them live it. Oh my god. I don't really think it's up to him though. Oh, telescope. But like what? who, like the dad, didn't even promise that he wouldn't hurt the kid. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I understand why Saba thought that would help, but no.
俺はおめえらに同情してるんだぜ。おい、なおほどいてやれ。
Bad for them.
兄弟を思うなら、ほっとくのがあのガキのためさ。
サボのあいつのため。
How? How is that his good?
おめえらとはポルシェーニの一件での因縁があるが。
Because you cared about him.
むしろ俺は強いやつの方が好きだ。だからおめえらに
What an honor.
俺の仕事を手伝わねえか。なに、簡単な仕事だ。危ねえことなんて一つもねえ。
It's not the danger that's...
俺の地図がある。そこのバツ印に荷物を置いていく。それだけだ。どうだやるか。
What is it? Are they smuggling drugs? What do you want from them?
エースとルフィのせいじゃない。
事実を言えないとどういうことだ。お前まさか余計なことを言わないよう奴ら。
What do you want?
あの二人には何もしねえって約束したじゃねえか。だから俺はここへ帰ってきたんだ。
Did he promise?
俺たち三人とも自分の意思で。
Dude!
こんな頭の悪い息子を持ってしまう不幸。分かってくれるかね君。ご苦労がつきませんな。それはなんとかしましょう。
Well, at least he, you know, I don't know, because for a second I thought maybe he would, like, say, like, blame them. I don't remember my reasoning anymore. Just so they wouldn't get hurt.
まあサボ帰ったのね。大きくなって。
What a reaction. Mom.
さあステリー、お兄様にご挨拶を。はじめましてお兄様。ステリーと言います。8歳です。
誰だ。
What the hell is happening?
家系で優秀な子だ。
Okay.
事情があり、親が子育てを放棄した。
So what do you need Sabo for?
有望な子なのでうちで引き取った。
Good for him.
お前がもし後継ぎと
I
しても
guess.
のにならなかった場合に。
Oh, you have plan B then.
喋りすぎたな。
Ugh. What is that face?
きっと死んでただろうなお前。俺にはこの家の
Can you shut up?
だけど。
Yeah, what the fuck?
お父様に言いつけるぞ。
今の話なんだよ。どういうことだ。全部言ってみろ。
明日火事が起こるんだよ。グレイターミナルで。
Who did?
グレーターミナルをすべて焼き尽くすことにしたんだ。そうすればこの国はきれいになる。
Uh-huh.
話せ。お前、俺の話聞いてなかったのか。この国のお点は全部燃やすって言ったろ。
Oh my god, dude. Oh, you just realized that? Okay. Yeah, so much for your father's promise. I don't think he ever did promise. He was just like, okay, let's go home. And you maybe assumed it was a promise.
我々は完璧だが、問題は海賊たちだ。うまくゴミを燃やしてもらわなきゃな。明日の予定時刻までにブルージャム一味がグレイターミナル中に油と爆薬を配置して。
And what's gonna happen to the Blue Jam pirates exactly? They're gonna become royals? Or what?
サボ、どうしてるかな。
うるせえ。寝ろ。サボのことは一旦忘れるって約束だろ。
Did we agree to that? Or did you decide that?
街の様子を見れば本当に火事が起こるかわかるはずだ。
By the look of people in town. Okay.
今夜グレーターミナルで火事が起こるって話。
そんなことは知ってるが、それがどうかしたのかね。
知ってる。
君はどこの家の子だ。
火事はやっぱり本当なんだ。
Yeah, you have to do something about it.
いうことだ。みんな知ってるのか。知ってて普段通りの生活をしてるのか。
Yeah. That drives it in even more how depraved they all are. They don't even see these people as people.
来たなチビども。
今日もあの箱を運ぶのか。
ええ、それに
Oh, those were the boxes. Okay. That's great. They took part in it without even realizing.
町の奴らやあんたもなんで平気な顔してるんだなんで誰も止める奴がいないんだ
どうやら坊やは優しい子のようだな
And you sound like you're a kind old man, but I think you're not.
痛くねえ早くあいつらに知らせねえとよりによってこんな日に強い風が
Yeah.
あの子では間違いない
But isn't it going, like, isn't there a risk that it will, like, that the fire will spread to the city itself?
国の汚点を焼き捨てる気なんだグレーターミナルから逃げろエースルフィ逃げろエースルフィ
But they also, like, took part in it, so I don't know if they, like, I don't think they will just be able to leave, you know, without doing anything, without helping, without trying to put a stop to it, you know? What are the Blue Jam pirates gonna do after they burn Great Terminal? Like, will they, I mean, I guess they're being paid for it or something, but anyway, what, they will suddenly be accepted into, like, society in the city? I don't think they even want that. I don't know, like, because, like, I mean, they're supposed to be pirates, but they haven't gone on the sea for, I don't know how long. I mean, are they ever pirating? I mean, they're stealing and bullying and stuff, but do they ever go out to sea? I mean, they could. It's just that we haven't really seen that or focused on that, I feel. Like, they seem to be a lot more involved in, like, all the intrigue going on in the city and stuff, and Great Terminal. I mean, I guess it is pirating when you steal on land too, but it could also just be plain thieves. I don't know. Anyway, so that's sick. I mean, they're definitely gonna stop it. They're definitely gonna stop or something, or salvage some of Great Terminal itself, and I'm assuming all of the people, but yeah, they're not going to just run away because they actively took a part in it, even if they didn't know what they were doing, as they did. And yeah, the people in this town, country, whatever, are really sick. I mean, yeah, it's starting to remind me more and more and more of, like, how things are at the Holy Land, or was it the Archipelago where the Celestial Dragons were just, like, doing whatever they wanted, yeah, pretty much, I think. Anyway, so yeah, like, they don't give a shit about human life that is not their own, or, like, their peers, or, like, you know, people equal in status to them, whatever that means. And yeah, and it's definitely very horrifying to kind of look and see people act the same as they always do, like, knowing that something terrible is gonna happen, and just showing you how much they're removed from the whole thing. Like, they don't see the people in Great Terminal as people, and they don't give a shit. And also, what a wonderful way for the dad to, like, keep his promise. I mean, like I said, first of all, he didn't really make a promise. I mean, I'm pretty certain that Sabo was like, okay, if it's going to change, you know, if it's going to keep, like, Luffy and Ace safe, then I'll go with you. I'll do whatever you want me to, and stuff like that. And then the dad was just like, okay, let's go home, or something like that. Like you could read it as, like, oh yes, I mean, I think Sabo said, like, promise me that you won't hurt Luffy and Ace, or something like that. They're my brothers, I care about them. And then, you know, the dad said, let's go home. Or, like he said, so let's go, or something. So you could infer from that, oh yes, he's, like, agreeing to the terms or something, but it's not really. Like, he didn't outright, I'm pretty sure, say, like, I promise that I won't hurt them. Also, even if he did, I don't feel like, I wouldn't have felt like he was really gonna keep his promise. I mean, because we already know he's a douchebag, but just because, you know, like, it didn't seem like he was really, like, really had control over the pirates. Like, I mean, the pirates just kind of did something to help him out, got paid for it. Like, if they decided to hurt Luffy and Ace, I don't think, like, the dad really had any say in that. He could have a say in that if he really cared. I guess he could buy, you know, Luffy's and Ace's safety or something from the pirates, but obviously he wouldn't do that. And it just felt like, you know, like, from Sabo's, like, point of view, like, do you really like? He was really desperate to just believe, to just like have something that he can do that will help Luffy and Ace, even though truly it didn't sound promising at all. And now it turns out that not only did he like, was he not really going to protect Luffy and Ace from whatever, he actively knows that they're going to die in a fire, let alone the fact that they helped set this fire. And he said nothing, and he, you know, just came there to save Sabo, not for Sabo's sake, just so that he can have, you know, someone who will, yeah, I don't know, assure their status, even though they already have, like, they adopted a son that is so much better than Sabo, apparently. So, like, why do you even bother? Just fucking, I don't know, just, like, leave Sabo alone and let him die in the fire. I mean, at least, like, it's not like they're saving him from the fire because they care about him, basically. And they don't even really need him. Or maybe they feel they do. They need, you know, backup. And, you know, children have to do everything their parents say because they brought them to into this world. And, I mean, I don't entirely disagree. I mean, at least with a part of this sentence. Like, yes, it's true that your parents brought you into this world. And you should be grateful for that and for the things that they do for you. But, like, I mean, just having children so you can use them in your grand plan and not caring about who they are as people, or not letting them have any kind of freedom at all to express themselves and to live their life, that's obviously not how parenting should work. And I mean, it's not like there was some kind of, like, condition there, or like terms there when you're like, okay, I'm giving birth to you right now and giving you life, so in exchange you're going to, you know, live your life the way I tell you to, or something like that. Like, the baby doesn't ask to be born. It doesn't mean that it shouldn't be grateful to be born in some way for the good things and stuff, but it's not like you can kind of make this deal with the baby, with the child, you know, your child, and kind of say like, okay, I gave you life, so now you have to, you know, live this life the way I tell you to, because I could have not given you life. I mean, sure, but like, if you gave birth to, like, you brought a child into this world just so that they could do what you wanted them to, you didn't give them anything in some way, because you were like, I only want you to do everything that I tell you to. So I mean, like, you're the main, like, you're the one benefiting from their existence in every way. Like, they don't have any say in it, so, like, what are they supposed to be grateful for? Anyway, messed up way of life here for sure. We'll have to deal with it. Let's get into this episode. Oh my god. They're so kind to their own. You told them? It's the town. But, so you have to die. Why did you tell them? Why do you think they would ever tell you? You're already, like, told them they're gonna die. So why So what do you want? What? Seriously. That's a lot to have to deal with, and, you know, when you can't do anything about it. And your dad is a total scumbag. The fire. So some people don't know. Yeah, it's like only the very higher ups, I guess. Like, Monsters. Where did the pirates go? Did they have anywhere to go? Were they let into the city? And what about you, though? To die by fire? Who?
私の権限でお前たちを貴族にしてやろう。
それは本当ですかい?
Who promised you this?
俺たちは国王から称号を
Oh, it's the king.
恵まれた貴族となって素直に財宝のありかを吐けば手下にしてやったもの。
How generous of you.
バカはどうやっても長生きできねえ。
Oh my god!
他の連中を逃がしたら
I think they're not gonna let you get
俺は合
it.
図をすれば開く手はずになって
Let's see it. I wanna see that
ブル
happen.
ージャムだ。開けろ。
I think they betrayed you. I think they used you. And you're fucking idiot enough to go along with everything they said.
てめえら約束はどうした?
Well, you know, people who are willing to burn other people are probably also willing to make false promises. Like if they don't see you as people.
ブルージャムだそうだ。やっぱりか。奴ら以外には考えられねえ。世界政府の視察団が
And then they can blame them too. It's exactly something that the government would do, you know? Like they... Luffy! My god! The things they went through. Anyway, the world government always kind of, you know, covers up their misdeeds and somehow find ways to blame the pirates for everything. Or at least frame, you know, what's happening in their own favors. What? Also, Sabo was like, you know, fell right into the trap of like leaving his friends behind. Dragon? You are wearing the same cloak? Where did you come from? He will, he's a rebel. I mean, literally.
とうとう子供にこれを言わせるのか。ゴア王国。まだ俺にはこの国を変えられるほどの力がない。
How did you not just come here now? Like, what? What? Do you know Luffy's here? Do you know anything? Or did you just happen to be here randomly? Like, come back here randomly? I mean, at this point, Sabo talked more to Luffy's dad than Luffy did. Like, Sabo knows Luffy's dad better than Luffy. I mean, if are we going to see more of Dragon's power? It's not that fun when it's against you, is it?
グレイターミナルの人たちはどうして人間じゃないの？なぜ燃やされてしまうの？
Is our voice Perona's?
全部彼らが貴族に生まれてこなかったのが
Why did they think to do that? My goodness, you're
そんなものの
ugly.
話より明日も勉強があるだろう。
誰が逃げていいと言った？悪ガキどもが。
What do you want?
どうもどん底まで来ると笑っちまうよ。
That's a very disturbing laughter, though. What are you planning to just... Because you know you're going to die? You're going to torture some kids? As you do? And what will this treasure do? Like, how will it help you? What will you do with it if it doesn't turn into charcoal right now?
分かった。教える。今はお前の。今は俺たちの命が大事だ。
Yeah. So you get. Luffy's so cute as a little boy. I can't.
泣くな。大丈夫だ。これで終わったわけじゃない。何すんだ。場所は教えたじゃねえか。
ガキの集めた財宝を頼りにしてでも俺は再び返り咲いて貴族どもに復讐すると誓ったんだ。おめえらの兄弟もそうだろう。
It's not like he didn't want
あ
to
いつら
steal
は
from them
己
before.
を特別な人間だと思ってやがる。その他の人間はゴミとしか見てない。
それ以上サボを悪く言うな。
そうだ、サボは自由になりてえだけだ。
このガキ。
Oh. Oh.
殺してやる。
How much did he cut? Oh god. Dragon? I don't... But this is... Haki? I have no clue what's going on. He was strong enough to withstand it, but... If it was Haki, I don't know. Haki was never blue before. Oh, stop it. Oh my god, you're doing it all by yourself. Oh my god. These people are crazy. I feel like, you know, if anything, at least Blue Gem deserved to be betrayed like that. I mean, like, you make deals with shady people who already, like, I mean, the very deal that you're making is pretty much laying it out to you that they don't think of the people living there in Gray Terminal as people at all. And they don't care one bit about burning them all alive. I mean, that is... that is one of the most horrible deaths that you can imagine. I guess there are a lot of deaths that are horrible because death, especially brought on by other people, is pretty much horrible. Burning just sounds terrible to me. Among other things. But anyway, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'll burn all these people that I lived with, or whatever, fine, I'm a pirate, I don't care about them. But I'm gonna burn them and then get my wish of becoming a noble. But the thing is that, you know, a noble has to be born that way, apparently, according to them. Like, I don't know, I guess there's no, like, marriage or anything like that. It's like, it seems like nobles, and then there are people who are less than trash. Like, I don't think there's in between. When the, you know, for instance, the dad and the daughter were talking about, oh, how stupid of them, they should have chosen to be born as nobles. Like, that was the only, like, option they kind of talked about. Like, it was either you're a noble and you're living inside a city, or you're not a noble and then you live outside in Gray Terminal, I guess, and you're, I don't know, living off trash and struggling to survive. They saw them as completely beneath them, to the point that they could burn them. The thought of burning them doesn't even bother them in the least. It makes them happy. Like, I mean, the old man was saying, like, oh, what a beautiful day. It would be even more beautiful, like, tomorrow, you know, because I guess all of their shame will be burned away, because it bothers them so much that they have, like, all these people, like, outside the city they don't even interact with. So you think that you can make a deal with these kind of people, and then they will actually honor their side of it and turn you into a noble. I mean, fair enough. That it's a tempting offer, I guess, to some degree, if you don't have any morals or scruples and you don't care that you kill, you know, all the people that are pretty much just like you, or, you know, at the same, like, level as you. This is just dessert, basically. What I'm saying is that, like, I don't really care if he dies in the fire that he himself set. I think it's kind of poetic justice, but unfortunately, we have other people that we actually do care about, other children that we especially care about, that are stuck in the same predicament, and so we need to find a way to escape or stop the fire, or I don't know what. Also, poor Sabo, really, he knew before it was going to happen, and he was trying so hard to get to them, and he couldn't do it, and then he tried again, and even as it's happening, he's still in a situation where the two people that he kind of locked himself away to protect are now being, as far as he knows, consumed by flames or something. Like, he can't even save them. Like, my God. And him being able to see so clearly how everyone around him is so corrupted and so rotten to the core, and he's just a boy and he sees it, and there's no one to turn to. There's no one who seems to understand at all where he's coming from. Like, the conversation between the daughter and the dad is just like, that's how they raise their children. That's the beliefs that, like, it's so natural. It was so obvious for the dad. It's like, oh, the sky is blue, and also these stupid people should have chosen to be born as nobles. Like, what a stupid decision they made. Like, do you remember choosing to become a noble? I guess so. I guess you can, make yourself believe that, yes, you made the right choice. You became a noble by your own, effort. Whatever. Or it's not even effort, I guess. It's just yes or no question, and you pick the right answer somehow, and you get all the credit for that. Whatever. And then Dragon just appearing out of nowhere again, just when Luffy's about to die again. But I mean, to be fair though, he doesn't always show up when Luffy's about to die. But the only other time we saw him, it was when Luffy was about to die. I guess the difference is that when Luffy almost died, recently, when he broke out of Impel Down and everything, or before he broke out of it, everything that went on there, he had people to revive him or to help him out, I guess. And in the execution with Buggy, his friends couldn't reach him. He would have died if Dragon hadn't interfered at that exact moment with his storm. That I'm still assuming is his power somehow, in some way, I guess. So now he showed up again, and I don't know if he's here, if it's a coincidence that he's here at this time, because we haven't seen him interfere with anything yet. So he just talked to Sabo, kind of got a handle on the situation, got the picture of what's going on, I guess, and saw that Sabo was a good person, and that he saw how terrible, the people who were actually living, who are actually going to survive are, that they don't deserve to live with, with the horrible atrocities that they let happen, that they planned. I guess we see in here, the part of the motivation of Dragon going rogue, being a rebel, gathering forces to try to do something about the situation. And I mean, if he grew up in this kingdom, then he must have lived with this, kind of situation too. I mean, Luffy grew up, as far as we know, what was the name of his village? I don't remember. But anyway, it was a village that was barely part of the God Kingdom, it was, but nobody really saw it as part of it or something, or everyone forgot about it or something. Maybe that was the only village in this kingdom that was halfway decent. Or maybe not even halfway, just a decent place to live in. I mean, Dragon was talking as a whole about the kingdom when he said that it was a terrible place. And then you can, yeah, exactly. Even if he grew up here knowing this, then he was kind of like Sabo, and that shaped him to become the person that he is now. Trying to find a way to fight back, I guess. The fact that Luffy grew up here in this kingdom as well, but in a place that was, the best place you could find in this kingdom, I guess. Then it makes me feel Dragon chose this in some way, maybe. Or was involved in some way in where Luffy would, at least at the beginning, grow up or something. I don't know. I wonder if he's here because he knows Luffy's here, or if he's here just because he felt like coming here. or heard about the fire, or I don't know what, without like a direct connection to Luffy. I mean, I would definitely appreciate it more if he came here because of Luffy, I think, because it would show that he cares about him. I mean, we know that he cares about him already. He already saved his life. I mean, already. He will save his life in the future. But yeah, I just wonder, like, how much he even sees Luffy. Like, did he pop in every now and then just to look in on Luffy and disappear or something? Or was it just like he never saw him, and yet somehow he still knows where he is and what he looks like and stuff like that? I guess he could get updates from Garp or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the next episode. Also, I don't know what that blue hockey, I don't know if it was hockey, was, because the effects of it kind of reminded me of hockey, but the blueness of it didn't, as far as I remember. So for a second I thought maybe it was Dragon's power or something, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to be, you know, the same as it was in the execution. Oh! Oh! Okay, now Ace sees that she actually came in to defend him. Yeah, and they're not affected by the fire? Or will they be affected eventually? But in any case, they chose to, like, go in to save them. I don't know why. You know exactly why. Because you're afraid of Garp. Let's go. That's a foster parent. Let's go, bandit. Oh my goodness. Dada. I'm so touched. Like, I mean, we saw already that she really cared about them, but now Ace is seeing it. Guess we'll have to see about that. Oh, it's so beautiful to see them fighting together, honestly. That really warmed my heart. The town is just like, oh, we don't know how to deal with like our poverty problem. We're just gonna burn it up. Not have to worry about it anymore. That's dragon, right? I mean, I don't know if it is, but I think it is. Maybe. I guess it depends though, if it's really strong. Hello? That's a nightmare. You're here, dragon. It's an important goal to have. So what did you do with him? Just left him? Who was the big guy in the cloak? Poor you. Seriously. Yeah, so there are people that are in between, right? So you could choose to be just a regular person. Supposedly. When you were born. But maybe that's not good enough either. You have to choose to be a noble, really, if you want to survive. Throwing out? That's not making him feel any better. I mean, I guess you're not trying to make him feel better. You're just trying to make him not go. Poor Luffy. Too much to deal with. So, like, Dragon saved everyone, pretty much, by giving them that path to follow. Shit.
鬼ごっこはこれまでにしましょうや、坊ちゃん。お前の顔写真はもはや全警察、全兵隊に回って。
But you already said that he's just causing you trouble. What do you want? Just let him go. Like, what help is this that you have him locked up in here?
お前もあの二人のこともだ。わかるだろう。
父さん。
たくさん勉強してお前を産んであげた父さんと母さんを幸せにしなさい。それこそがお前の幸せだ。
No.
そう思うだろう。
僕がいます。
Why are they so ugly, these people? Why didn't you choose to be born less ugly?
あんな火事ぐらいで死ぬわけないよな。お前ら無事なんだろう。
We hope so.
この屋敷に残ってんのは俺と坊ちゃんぐらいなもんだぜ。はあ、
Okay, thanks
見
for
たか
letting
っ
us
た
know.
な、天竜人。もの
Eh, not much to look at. Sabo's up to something. I can tell. Where is Sabo on the windowsill?
子供だ。子供が乗ってるぞ。
Yeah, was it
子
Sabo?
供。一体どこのうちの子だ。子供。
Go Sabo! I guess it wasn't that hard, it was probably sleeping, but... What is he doing?
いい天気だ。今日は船出日和だ。
Okay.
子供一人で海賊。
Watch
行
him.
くつもりなんだ。とにかく式典の邪魔だ。もうすぐ世界政府の船が着港するんだぞ。
That's doing something.
俺は戻らね
え？あれはもしかしてサボのやつじゃにいか？
Where are they watching from?
え。でっけえ船だな。
Yeah, I was gonna say that the difference is pronounced.
離れていこう。
一生に一度お目にかかれるかどうかの尊い存在。
あの
So
船に
blessed.
本物の世界貴族が乗っておられるのか。ところであれは何かい？
Oh,
ただの漁船のように見えますが。
あんな船の船長になれたらすげえな。
look out, Sabo. I think they. Yeah. Oh god.
下地民が。
He's not. He has this like this cravat. Cravat? However you say that.
漁船が撃たれた。
Well, I guess overall, I don't know if they're really like if she was screwing really about Sabo potentially being hurt. It was more about like, oh my god, there's shooting. My sensitive disposition can take it, or something like that. My god, they are so messed up. For some reason, I was sure that Dragon was gonna do something, but he did say he doesn't have enough power yet. And I mean, the point was that he, you know, I think that he pretty much saved all of them, or at least, you know, like gave them a way to get out of the fire, like everyone in Grey Terminal. Some of them, like he offered anyone who wants to change the world to join him. I'm sure not all of them joined him, but at the very least, I'm pretty sure all of them survived. And I wonder though, like, what happened with Ace and Dada, obviously, and the pirates. Like, I'm betting they're not dead. But beyond that, I don't know. This is just really messed up. I don't know what else to tell you guys. there was this, this scene where, Sabo would like just set sail, and then, he suddenly was kind of like in shadow, or like half his face was like covered up, and I was like, oh god, someone's gonna shoot him. Like, I was sure that there was gonna be like this cliffhanger happening there, but then it didn't happen at that point. It happened later. It was very like naive and like, I don't know, just sweet of him to just be like, I can't stand it here, I'm not going to, like, this is my opportunity, and then just setting sail in front of everyone, just standing there in the middle of a ceremony where they're like, couldn't he find anywhere else that I mean, I guess this is like the port, so he had to go through here, because I mean, it was like the perfect opportunity when everyone is distracted by the ceremony to, sneak out somehow. But I guess he couldn't. Like, I mean, this is the only way out. So he had to, like, sail right in front of the big ship that everyone was watching. Guess being born a noble didn't help him then, did it? Okay, I don't think I have anything else to say. Let's get into the next episode. That's true. Aww. I'm really starting to like these bandits. Is that a fucking commoner? You fucking fucker. Oh my god. That's what they worried about. These people are so just hopeless. Whoa! Let's go. So you just survived. Is he carrying her? Ace! My god. So what happened? Did you kill the pirate? Oh.
Luffy, 何泣いてんだよ。人を勝手に殺すなバカ。まあまあそれぐらいにしといてやれ。ルフィも嬉しいんだ。
What a face. Go Ace! You're a good team.
奴にはなんとか勝ったんだ。
Okay,
俺たちはすぐにお前らの後を追おうとしたけれど、その時にはもう道が塞がれてて。
私の後ろをついてくるんだ。絶対に離れるんじゃないよ。うわー！うわ
ー！やっと火はくぐり抜けたけど、ダダンがひどいやけどを負っちまった。なんとか火の届かない中間の森の川べりに身を隠して、必死にダダンの命を取り留めてた。
Dang.
くたばりやがったら、この俺が承知しねえ。
おい、生き残った奴らがこっちに逃げ込んでるかもしれん。一人も見逃すな。探せ。はっ。
These fucking monsters.
サボは心配してねえかな。
He believes you didn't die.
また無礼な下々民がいつ現れるやもしれん。よく見
I can't believe
張
we're
って
seeing
おく
this
のだ
again.
い。
Oh my god. I mean, I can't believe it, but it's just, ugh.
どうしてんのかな。なぜ逃げなかった。
He never
時々
dies.
カッと血が昇るんだ。逃げたら何か大きなものを失いそうで怖くなる。
ロジャーは逃げずに立ち止まる。
死にたがりなのかい。逃げることも戦いだ。
そうじゃが逃げない。背後に愛する者がおるからじゃ。共に逃げれば仲間たちも危険にさらすことになる。
I guess he was like, by saying he made sure that Luffy would get away. Ace gets something from him.
一国の軍隊を滅ぼしたこともある。
He doesn't even realize it.
海兵のわしでさえ
あいつを嫌いになれんかった。だからエースを引き受けたんじゃ。
引き受けてんの私らだよ。
Yeah, wait for taking the credit.
いや、ありまし。
二人とももう帰ってきたぞ。そうなのか。それは本当によかった。
なんだとサボが
Oh god.
嘘つけて
They
み
can never get a break.
冗談でも許さねえぞ。
よせエース。
幸せじゃなかったんだ。
Do you really make yourself believe
俺は親
that
が
he
いても
was
一人だった
after everything he told you?
なんで奪い返しに行かなかったんだ。
I
俺
mean,
た
they
ちは
wanted to believe that.
サボを殺した
I
やつは
can
どこにい
understand
る。
kind
俺がそ
fooling
いつをぶっ
yourself.
殺してやる。待てエース。
やめねえかクソガキが。
どけため。
ろくな力もねえくせに一斉ばっかり張りやがって。一体お前に何ができんだ。死ぬだけさ。死んで明日には忘れられるそれくらいの人間だ。お前はまだ。おめえの親父は死んで時代を変えた。それくらいの男になってから死ぬも生きるも好きにしやがれ。
うるせえな。男がメソメソ泣くんじゃねえ。ルフィ。
What a crazy story that Luffy never talked about at all. I mean, like, he doesn't talk about anything, but, like, are we going to... I don't know.
お頭、大変ですぎ。手紙がサボからです。
Whoa, okay,
海
okay.
に出る前に手紙を出してたんだ。
Before he went out to sea. Oh, fuck.
もう街には
That
行かね
doesn't
え
tell
よ。
us anything.
俺たち
I thought it meant that he was alive, but it doesn't.
エースルフィお前たちには悪いけど二人が手紙を読む頃は俺はもう海の上にいる。行き先はこの国じゃないどこかだ。そこで俺は強くなって海賊になる。また兄弟3人どこかで会おう。いつか必ず。
Like, I know he's not dead.
それ
It's
から
still
エース
sad.
俺とお前はどっちが兄貴かな。ルフィのやつはまだまだ弱くて泣き虫だけど俺たちの弟だ。よろしく頼む。
いくら貴族と言っても相手は世界政府と天竜人だぜ。訴えたって無駄さ。
ルフィは相変わらず
They
か
should
い。
have chosen to be born as celestial dragons, really.
でも
兄弟だ。いつまでそうやってるつもりだよ。
Forever.
中間の森に隠してた財宝は全部なくなってた。守れもしねえ財宝を集めても仕方ね
エース、俺はもっと強くなりたい。もっともっともっともっともっともっと強くなって。そしたら何でも守れる。誰もいなくならなくて済む。お願いだからよ。エースは死なないでくれよ。
え。いいか、覚えとけルフィ。俺は死なねえ。サボからも俺は頼まれてんだ。約束だ。俺は絶対に死なねえ。自由をつかめずにサボは死んだけど、サボと杯を交わした俺たちが生きてる。
So you're gonna fight freedom for you.
だからいいかルフィ、俺たちは絶対に悔いのないように生きるんだ。
18歳で本当の貴族と呼ばれる。 だから俺は17歳で国を出る。俺たちはいつか必ず海へ出て思いのままに生きよう。誰よりも自由に。出港は17歳。
Yeah, exactly.
俺たちは海賊になるんだ。
Like, that's why it was the rule, and that's when they leave. Not okay. This was so cruel. Oh my god. Whew. First of all, I'm tired, okay? I can't emotionally bear this. Secondly, don't have Ace just standing there and telling me he's not gonna die. When we just saw that he did, it's not okay. My god. I'm not. I cannot recover right now. My god. I mean, I feel like I don't think Sabo's dead. I mean, first of all, we didn't even see him die. Like, I mean, we saw him, his ship get blown apart, I guess, like the second time, and his hats kind of fly off, and you can easily assume that he's dead. And everyone thinks that he's dead. And for this moment in time, he's dead. I mean, as far as, you know, Luffy and Ace are concerned, he's dead. And part of their going out on adventure is for him, because he couldn't do it. I mean, he tried to, and then he was killed. But we didn't actually see him die, which just makes me feel like, you know, when we do meet him again, and he's totally alive, and we'll find out that he's been pirating all along, and doing I don't know what. I'm not gonna even feel like cheated. I think, I mean, I feel like that's done a lot of times when you don't actually see the body, and that means that the person is not actually dead. Like, you weren't there, you didn't see it, you just thought you saw that he died, but nobody found his body, and I mean, nobody's looking for his body, nobody cares, I get it, but I mean, in terms of like the military, the police, whatever they are, that I'm sure of. I'm sure that he's alive out there somewhere. And I'm just wondering to myself and thinking to myself that if Luffy finds him now, like in the present, somehow, he's gonna have to tell him that Ace is dead. But at least then he'll have like someone, you know, to share the pain with, I guess. I mean, a lot of people are mourning Ace, but not in the same way that they... I mean, I don't know. But anyway, like, they're not here. The people who Ace saw the family. So, I mean, it's only Luffy. And like Jinbei's Island's a good friend too. So, but with Sabo, it's gonna be different. Even though Sabo wasn't here for like, I mean, wasn't with them. But to be fair, Ace and Luffy weren't together either. You know, for most of the time, ever since they struck out. So anyway, but it's gonna hit different, you know, with Sabo. So I don't know if it's going to be like a thing now. Like, we're seeing this, you know, flashback to obviously flesh out Sabo, know him as a character, and then suddenly meet him. Like, I don't know if it's going to happen right away though. But I do feel like if it happens now, it's going to be like very, you know, the moment when Luffy might need it the most, you know, to find out that, oh, the brother that I thought died actually lived. The brother who promised me he wouldn't die died, but, you know. At least, yeah. I can't deal with this. It was just so gut-wrenching because, Luffy was talking about, I want to become more strong so I can defend, that I will never lose anyone again and I will be able to protect them. And we know that in the future, he couldn't protect Ace and he couldn't protect his friends. I mean, at least his friends, he knows that they're alive somewhere. But in the moment when he saw when he lost everyone, suddenly it hits a lot harder. I mean, it hits again because you just imagine Luffy, you can see where this fear of losing the people that he loves comes from. It's been haunting him from a very young age. And then, just thinking about that scene where, he loses all of his friends one after another. Not knowing what will happen to them. Afterwards, he realized that they're probably alive somewhere. He just needs to find them, but still. Anyway. This was I'm still not recovered from the fact that he just had Ace just say that right now. It was so not okay. It was illegal. It was a crime against humanity. It was just horrifying. Oh my god. I feel like, when it switches to the new opening song, hopefully on episode 517, I think that might be when the past arc ends, possibly. I mean, usually that's how it happens, right? That the opening song changes after the arc ends, right? Sorta? Ooh, that's a long way to go. I mean, I wonder what more this arc is gonna show me. I mean, I'm definitely up for it, just seeing Ace Luffy bonding. There's something about, Sabo being gone that I think would make them even more, closer to each other, definitely. I mean, we're already seeing it. But I wonder, what more we're going to see here in the past, because I feel like if it ended here the flashback, that would still be very, I mean, we learned a lot about their past, and ending here with this episode where they lost one brother, we know that Luffy lost the other. it's impactful, I'm just saying, but I don't know, I guess there's more to see. I'm okay with that. Because I was thinking okay, Ace is dead, but now we're going to get the past, and it's going to be, wholesome, and we're just going to see them as brothers. And then it's just heartbreaking. So I don't know what else they're going to do to me in this flashback anymore. But fine, I'll bear it somehow. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this horrible episode. I mean, the whole reaction, And I will see you in the next one, when hopefully I'm less an emotional mess. But I can't promise anything. Okay. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Red in Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, Marsh, and Stone Tree. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.